here is another recently extinct animal that you probably didn't know existed, the Bramble Cay Melomys. This is the Bramble Cay Melomys. It is a now extinct species of rat that was only found on Bramble Cay in the Torres Strait in Australia. A cay is a kind of sandy island that is formed on top of a coral reef. So it's like this sandbar with sometimes vegetation or even forest on it, surrounded completely by the coral reef that it's structured on top of, and this rat was found on Bramble Cay only. Now, this guy is quite a recent extinction, with the last verified report being from 2009. It's also classified as being the first mammal to go extinct due to anthropogenic climate change. That being, climate change caused entirely by humans and human activities. Bramble Cay is quite an isolated ecosystem and is in fact very, very vulnerable to any drastic weather changes. That being mainly sea level rise, which causes flooding and disruption of the ecosystem on the island, and increasing frequency in violent tropical storms. Now, people have known about both the Bramble Cay Melomys and the anthropogenic climate change for a very long time. This species was described all the way back in like the early 1800s, noted as being very numerous on the island back then, and has since dramatically decreased in population, so much so that they are now extinct. It's also been incredibly well documented that there was not the same level of sea level rise and tropical storms historically, so the climate is changing and that is affecting vulnerable wildlife, among many other things. And since both the climate change and this animal were known about for a very long time, its extinction was described as preventable and unnecessary, which damn fucking straight it is. There really were no conservation efforts even put in place to try to save the Bramble Cay Melomys, as far as I am aware. There were some conservation efforts put in place focused mainly on monitoring the population. However, there wasn't really any captive breeding programs or efforts to kind of conserve the remaining environment that these guys were found in. So, once again, the Australian government quite dropped the ball on the conservation of an incredibly endangered species, which is by no means a new phenomenon. It happened quite similarly with the Christmas Island pipistrelle bat that I talked about a while ago. And quite unfortunately for it, the Bramble Cay Melomys has achieved the title and recognition as being the first mammal to go extinct due to human-caused climate change.